Hello, namaste, and welcome to my YouTube channel Newa Comparison. And in this video I'm going to talk about the Motorola Moto G and compare it with the unbranded phone. The reason why I took the unbranded phone with the Motorola G is because the Motorola Moto G is trying to get the customers who used to buy the unbranded phones as this. So let us see if the Motorola Moto G can really perform better with the same price tag as any unbranded phone. So let's first talk about the price of this handset. The 16GB model cost £160, whereas the 8GB model costs £130. I would highly recommend you to get the 16GB model than the 8GB model, because when you have 8GB model you only end up with about 5GB, because the Motorola and Google takes 2GB or more to install their own features and apps. So whereas if you get a 16GB, you have enough space and you never have to worry about space in your mobile, about the music or videos or apps you install. So probably, as you can see here, the total space you get in 16GB is 12.92GB, so roughly about 13GB. So it should be enough for people who just have few music videos and apps. So for the price for this handset, I give 10 out of 10. Secondly, let's talk about the screen quality of this mobile. There is no any space for me to complain about the screen. It has a 4.5-inch HD display and it is really good. I have not found any problem with the screen itself. I have used it for about a month and honestly there is no problem. It has a Gorilla Glass, so it would be pretty strong, and it will be good for like keeping this phone with your keys. It wouldn't make any scratches or anything like that. But if you're really worried and you really want to protect your screen, you can buy a screen protector for about £3-4 in Amazon or eBay or wherever you can find. So for the screen, it is really good. Like, it has a very high pixel things. You can probably see even in camera, like it is really good. There is no difference between the high-end mobile and this phone. I think it's the same. So for the screen, it gets 10 out of 10. So after the screen, let's talk about the battery performance of this device. The battery is built in, so the drawbacks, you can just like change the battery. If you run out, you have to charge it. But the battery stays pretty well. It will never let you down if you charge every day. Like, I go walking and I use like cameras, videos, my data is always on, and it holds about like 12 hours to 10 hours pretty easily. Even if you're like a high-end users, it should hold you about at least 8 hours. But you know, if you just make a call and text just like a few times a day, it would probably last you more than a day. The only drawback is because it's a built-in, so I give a 9 out of 10 for the battery for this phone. So let's talk about the camera, one of the hottest topic for Motorola Moto G, to say how the camera is. The camera is okay, not the best, not the very worst. Like, I was using the HTC One X and the camera was absolutely fantastic in it, but the front-facing camera was not very good in HTC One X. But in this one, the front-facing camera is pretty well. So probably you can even see, like, there's my camera and it brings quite good resolution. It's 2-megapixel camera in the front and 5-megapixel on the back. The camera does pretty well if the light is very good, but if you're in the dark and the light is too low, it doesn't really take a good picture. So if you are like looking for the very good resolution camera in the phone Pro, this is not the right option for you. But you know, it takes pretty decent pictures in the daylight, so I give about 8 out of 10 for the camera for this phone. So one of the amazing thing that Motorola Moto G has brought me in is the software upgrade. Even though it's £160, it's relatively quite cheap in compared to other phones. The Motorola has promised to bring the KitKat version in this phone the early January. Probably in America, I think they already had it when this sold, so you lucky people. But in the UK, you will get in early January, which is like today's 31st of December, so probably tomorrow you would get as a New Year gift. But you know, it's very decent, and if you're getting the latest system in it, you should be okay for about, I don't know, a year or two, I guess. So I think because the operating system is Android, it beats everything in compared to Apple. Android, 10 out of 10 for the software. So the other feature that Motorola Moto G talks about is a crystal talk. What it is it has a dual mic, so it is supposed to cancel the noises that comes in between when you are talking. And to be honest, for all the 1 month use, I have never had the problem like you get echo and all those stuff. But if I have to be like honest, I think the call quality depends on your service provider and when you have the better network or not, and not really on the mobile phone. But you know, it does pretty good call, so I give 10 out of 10 for the call quality in this mobile. So let us see if Motorola Moto G is really good. The Motorola Moto G cost me £160, whereas the other phone, unbranded phone, cost me about £130. So for extra £30, the Motorola Moto G wins for the quality. And for the screen, Motorola Moto G has 4.5-inch screen, HD display, whereas the other phone doesn't have a HD display, and the screen lags sometimes, like it's not very responsive, it's not that fast. So the Motorola Moto G is for screen as well. For the battery, it has a 2070 milliamp hour battery in Motorola Moto G, which stays pretty decent, whereas the other phone says it has 3200, but I really doubt if it really does, because it doesn't even hold like half a day. For software, the Motorola Moto G has promised to update, whereas the other phone hasn't. So for software as well, the Motorola Moto G wins. When it comes down to camera, the Motorola Moto G is a lot better than the other phone. So again, the Motorola Moto G wins. For the call quality as well, I have never had a problem with Motorola Moto G, whereas with the other phone, I had sometimes had a problem like echoing back, so I would again give Motorola Moto G a point. So overall, this Motorola Moto G is one of the best phone product you can get currently for a good price, and it's actually better not to buy unbranded. It's better not to buy the phone like these unbranded one. So Motorola G wins, this phone loses. So overall, the Motorola Moto G is in every aspect, and hence this Motorola Moto G is going to go in my pocket, whereas this unbranded phone, which cost me nearly as much as the Motorola G, is going in dustbin. Thank you very much for looking at my video. At the end, I want to tell you something. I am from Nepal, and I want to support the children who are studying there, because some of people are poor and cannot support their educational material. So if I ever make money from YouTube, from any of my videos, the 5% of overall of my money is going to the charity. So please help me to support my charity. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my video, and please write down any comments if you want to know anything about Motorola Moto Z and the other unbranded phone. So if you have any queries or questions, just drop a comment and I will reply you back as soon as possible. Please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very much. Love you all, people.